My wife said, he's taking his last name now. A real man is adopting him. I signed the papers calmly. Just a week later, her father burst through the door, white as a ghost, clutching a legal notice. He stammered. The name. Tell me you didn't just let him erase our family name. My ex-wife informed me our 16-year-old son wanted to change his last name from Morrison to match her new husband's. I didn't object. Jake stood by in his new designer jacket, unable to meet my gaze, while she beamed as if she'd won the lottery. At their backyard celebration, she announced, a real man is adopting him now. Someone he can finally be proud of. I watched my son toast his new stepfather, the guy with the yacht and the gold watch, as if our 16 years together meant nothing. Every asthma attack I'd helped him through, every baseball practice, every late-night homework session. All wiped away for social media approval and a fancy new blazer. So I did the unexpected. I signed the adoption papers without a moment's hesitation. No arguments, no pleading. Just my signature and a calm, quiet smile. My ex looked almost let down, perhaps hoping I'd put up a bigger fight. She had no clue what that signature truly signified. You see, the Morrison name isn't just a label. My grandfather established a trust 70 years ago. Property, investments, scholarships, the whole package. But hidden in the legal fine print, which no one bothers to read anymore, is Provision 9b. It states, inheritance rights are exclusively for verified bloodline members who retain the legal Morrison surname. Voluntary name changes through court-approved adoption result in permanent exclusion. No appeals. No exceptions. That night, I went home and called our family attorney. I need to activate Provision 9b. I stated calmly. Within 48 hours, the necessary paperwork was filed. Jake's name was silently erased from every trust document, every scholarship fund, every property deed, as if he'd never been a part of it. The first ripple arrived 2 weeks later. Jake received a letter from his college, the one he'd gotten into on a full Morrison Legacy scholarship. It read, due to changes in eligibility status, your scholarship has been revoked. He stood in the kitchen bewildered, clutching a letter he couldn't comprehend. Next, his housing subsidy was canceled. Then his summer internship at our family's company vanished. His pre-approved study abroad program followed. One by one, his opportunities disappeared. That's when my ex-wife's father appeared. He tore through their front door, face ashen, hands trembling, clutching a legal notice. Tell me you didn't. He choked out to his daughter. Tell me you didn't allow him to change the name. She stared perplexed. It's just a name, Dad. Just a name. He roared. Your grandfather and I spent 40 years building that trust. Do you grasp the magnitude of what you've done? He spun to Jake, who now looked petrified. You surrendered everything. The properties, the voting rights, the foundation seat, the entire education fund. All of it gone. My ex-wife paled. But, we're still family, she pleaded. Surely that counts for something? Her father's laugh was hollow and bitter. The trust doesn't care about blood, he said. It cares about the name. And he signed it all away for a mere photo opportunity. Jake desperately tried reaching out to other family members, but no one would help. The trust was absolutely ironclad. His own cousin refused to speak with him, explaining, corresponding with non-named individuals could jeopardize my position. Then he hung up. Months later, at his great-aunt's funeral, Jake wasn't permitted in the family section. The photographer checked his guest list twice, then simply stated, sorry, you're not on the list. Eventually, Jake tracked me down at a homeless shelter where I volunteered. Dad, he whispered, his voice thin. I truly didn't know. Can I change it back? I carefully folded the blanket in my hands before finally looking at him. You made your choice the moment you stood at that party and declared you were done being a Morrison. The trust doesn't forgive. It simply moves on. And that's that. Last month, the Morrison Foundation announced a new legacy stewardship grant, exclusively for descendants bearing our surname. Jake's name wasn't in the program. To that legacy, to that history, my son no longer exists. He wanted a new family. He got exactly what he asked for.